There's a great rabbi called Rav Chatzkel Abramsky. Rabbi Spiro brings a story, beautiful story. And Rav Chatzkel Abramsky, Chazon Yehezkel, before he was the Av Beit Din in London, he was actually in Siberia. And that's where he wrote, actually, his phenomenal masterpiece. And he did it without paper. What the inmates would use as a small piece of paper to wrap their cigarettes in, he would take that and write his chidushim on it. And eventually, when he got out of Siberia, he was able to put together a manuscript. And when he heard that there was a little girl that came to him for a beracha because she wanted to leave and take that risk, the rabbi told her, could you please do me a favor? Could you please take my manuscript out of this country, and when you get wherever you get safely, keep it there for me so that I could publish it? And this girl was more than happy to do it. Very big mesirut nefesh for the girl, unbelievable mesirut nefesh, to try to risk herself to go and take these manuscripts out when she's trying to flee for her life. But being that she was the niece of the great Rabbi Rav Baruch Beh, it was in her blood that Ahavat HaTorah Kenir'eh. She was more than happy to do it. And something amazing happened as she's running. They realized, that group, that they might be actually tailgated by a few soldiers. So when they had a chance, they ran into some bushes for dear life, even though it wasn't the most pleasant thing, but they had to do it because their life was on the line. And then the Nazis and the dogs, they come and they're starting to smell in the bushes if there's any fugitives running. And this little girl who was in the bushes, she says that she was even at one point looking eye to eye with the dog right behind a few bushes, and she said, that's it. Right away the dogs are going to bark. And they're going to snatch her and they're going to take her. Hashem Yishmor Ve'yatzil. And she says that the dog is looking right at her and continues to walk along. And then a few feet later they find another fugitive and they start barking and barking, and they take that fugitive out, and she was actually not seen and she was saved. And she went to Rav Chaim Oizer and she told him the story. And she told him how she took out the manuscripts. And she told him, Rabbi, I took the manuscript of the Chazon Yechezkel and I put it around my body. She wrapped it on her body. That's the only way she could think of taking out any divrei Torah. And the rabbi said, I have no wonder how you were saved from the barking dogs. When you wrap yourself with Torah, you think any damage could happen to you? You think the dogs are going to be able to find you and snitch you out? B'zchut the Torah that was with you, connected to you. That is how you had your Shemirah. It's all b'zchut the Torah. And the greatest zechut that we have is to learn Torah.